Hello boys and girls, it's Teacher Megan, and today I'm going to read you a story called Sam the Toad in the Hole. I hope you enjoy it. My name is Sam. How do you do? It's great to spend this time with you. My legs are short, I have small feet. It's worms and bugs I like to eat. My face is small, my eyes are large. My body's speckled for camouflage. Kind people help me cross the road, 'cause I'm a western leopard toad. Now Wally is a friend of mine. He likes us toads. He thinks we're fine. The garden where I live is pretty, with fynbos, shade and sand that's gritty. You may think it's Wally's garden, but it's both of ours. I beg your pardon. Wally understands us too. We share it happily. Oh yes, we do. I like the shade. I chose the spot. It's sandy, damp, and not too hot. And if it's dry and the water's gone, Wally puts the sprinklers on. I have a burrow in which I sleep, under the grass. It's not that deep. I sleep all day, I hunt all night. It's safer when there's not much light. And when the first rain starts to fall, I head to my wetland pond to call. It's what we do to find a wife, to start a family and bring new life. One winter's day I did just that, but my pond was gone. Oh, my hat! What had happened? Where did it go? Who could tell me? Did anyone know? I hopped straight home, distraught, distressed. Although I was tired, I just couldn't rest. I went to Wally, I wept and I wailed. Whoever's done this needs to be jailed. Our stream's been diverted for houses and roads. Nobody cares about us leopard toads. We really need our ponds, you know, to live and feed and breed and grow. It's a crime, I croaked. You know I'm right. We must do something. We need to fight. So Wally began to plot and plan. I must act quickly, as quick as I can. I can't move the houses and I can't move the roads, but I must find a way to save our darling toads. No worries, said he, I'll build you a pond that is bigger and better, deeper and wider, and muddier and wetter. You won't know yourself in this mega pond. And with that it seemed like he waved his wand. He hired a digger to excavate. The new pond took form at an incredible rate. If everything went as it were planned, Wally would soon have restored our important wetland. Now the hole had been dug, but we were stuck yet again. We needed water, it needed to rain. With that, the north wind started to blow. The rain came in torrents, the water started to flow. I watched as our beautiful pond started to fill. I was hopping around. I couldn't sit still. I tell my friends my fabulous news. We had the pond of all ponds with spectacular views. I'd try again. I'd start to call. Let's hope that the rain would continue to fall. Pretty soon the pond was full to the brim. It was time to hop in and have my first swim. I called and called, my friends heard me croak. Was I pulling their legs? Was I playing a joke? Our very own pond with lily pads and reeds. It was total toad heaven. It would meet all our needs. Before long the pond was teeming with life. It was here that I met my gorgeous toad wife. She was blown away by what I'd achieved. she could lay her eggs here. She was mighty relieved. As toads would survive, I'd save the day. We have somewhere to live, to breed and to play. Our toadlets are happy, our pond is divine. Soon they'll metamorphose and find a garden like mine. What a friend Wally is, what a splendid bloke. Thank you, dear Wally. You can hear us all croak. So listen at night and you will hear our calls. And help us, my friends. We need wetlands, not malls. The end. I hope you enjoyed listening to that story. I'm going to do a question and answer next, so I hope you can watch that too. Hi boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that story that I just read you. On the one page I skipped it out so that I could go over the toad's life cycle with you and teach you that. So I'm going to show you the picture and then I'm going to read it to you and then I'm going to show it to you again. Right boys and girls, this is the toad's life cycle, or a life cycle of a toad. Right, so I'm going to just bring it down and then I will explain it to you again. The frog starts off as an egg, then an embryo, then a tadpole, then a tadpole toad, and then an adult toad. So if you look at the picture, you'll see it starts off as an egg, and then it moves on to an embryo, and then it grows into a tadpole, and then it grows even more into a tadpole toad, until eventually it reaches an adult toad. Right, what's the difference, boys and girls? With the eggs, the little frog is inside the egg. There it is. Then it slowly grows. Look, it's got no arms or legs. It's almost like a snake, but very, very small. Then as it's growing into a tadpole, it starts to develop legs. You can see that it looks like a little fish. Then it moves and it becomes a tadpole. So it's still got a long tail and it's developing legs and arms, you see. Then it develops into a tadpole toad, which means it's almost like a fully grown toad, except it still has a tail. That's right. Until eventually it reaches an adult toad, where it doesn't have a tail anymore and it won't grow any bigger than what it has reached. I hope you enjoyed listening to that, boys and girls, because I had fun reading it to you. Right, did you know that this particular toad that we were reading about is endangered? The western leopard toad is endangered. Can you tell me what endangered means? Or can you tell mommy and daddy what endangered means? Endangered means when there are not many of those animals left in the world. Unfortunately, because humans are taking over and they're building so many buildings, so many shopping malls, that they are taking away the natural habitat of these animals. So the frogs or toads don't have place to live, they don't have water, so they can't breed and reproduce and make more of them. Now for us, we can make our gardens toad and frog friendly, which means we must have lots of little plants and flowers, lots of shade, some water like in bird baths, a pond even maybe, for these little froggies to live in. And that means if you find frogs in your garden, it means you have a very healthy ecosystem in your garden, which is really great. Boys and girls, what other animals are endangered that you can think of? There's one very important animal that is endangered, and that has a big horn. No, not a unicorn. A rhinoceros or a rhino. They are also very, very endangered here in South Africa, and there's lots of people out there to help protect them. So maybe after this you can ask mommy and daddy to go onto YouTube and go and look at all the endangered animals that we have in South Africa, because there are a lot. And that shows that we just need to try and help our ecosystem and our wildlife just a little bit more. I hope you enjoyed listening.